We are just days away from Ash Wednesday and the start of the Lenten season. And what better way to prepare our hearts for Easter than journeying through this penitential season with those who witness firsthand the passion of our Lord. Witness is a Lenten journal that invites you to meditate on certain characters on our Lord's road to Calvary, from Pontius Pilate to the Virgin Mary and the apostles. Father Patrick Mary Briscoe, a Dominican friar and author of Witness, recently spoke with our Montse Alvarado.
Father Briscoe, you have a new book coming out, very exciting, and it's to prepare us to journey with our Lord through Lent. Tell me a little about it.
Montse, thanks so much for having me on to discuss it. I'm so excited about this devotional Witness, which I've written this year for Ave Maria Press for Lent. I think we've all had the experience of being there in Holy Week and hearing a Palm Sunday homily where the preacher invites us to imagine ourselves as one of the figures of the Passion. And I've always found that device in that homily captivating. It resonates in a moving way, and I think that's why so many preachers often use it. It's very effective, because we ourselves, in the Passion liturgy, cry out the parts of the crowd. We say, crucify him. We see ourselves in the mystery of the Passion. And as I was reflecting on what would be helpful for Lent this year, I realized that no one had really done that for all of Lent. So what I've taken in Witness is this idea from the Palm Sunday homily to imagine yourself as one of the figures of the Passion, and suggested one character of the Passion for meditation for each day of Lent. So we begin with Mary Magdalene. I mean, how could you not start with the heroes, right? The heroine, and turn to her and suggested ways that we're like her, ways that we can model her virtue, and done that, extended that kind of meditation beyond Mary Magdalene to many of the figures of the Passion. So we've hit all the big ones, yes, but I've included even some lesser known ones.
Like?
The owner of the upper room. Did you know there's a tradition that the upper room was owned by Mark, the evangelist family? That the upper room is connected to the family of John Mark? So maybe he was there the night of the Last Supper, listening from a stairwell, or maybe he heard the story about the Last Supper from one of his family members. So there's so many details like this, so many beautiful traditions from Passion Week, from the story of Christ's death, that we often overlook because it had happened so quickly. So I thought, let's take a moment, let's slow down, and let's spend all of Lent journeying with these figures, because Jesus reveals himself to us through them, and we learn more about ourselves and our relationship with Christ by imitating them.
When you think about those 40 days and the individuals that you've chosen, how does this answer that Christocentric call that Pope Leo has given us? He stood out on the loggia, you were there, you watched him physically come out, be named for the first time, struggle to recognize who it really was going to be and that identity of the first American Pope. And when he offered us the peace, he offered us peace of Christ, a Christocentric reality. And he keeps going back to that in a lot of his writings. We've seen that probably 6 or 7 times now. What can you tell us about how these individual characters lead us closer to Christ?
The characters of the story of Holy Week are saints and sinners, doubters and believers alike, all there together. And part of the mystery is that even the people that reject the Lord have something to teach us about his compassion, or something to teach us about ourselves and what we might be tempted to. All of the characters of the Passion made long journeys to be with the Lord. They all have the backstory of their own lives. And each Lent for us is a journey, looking at where we've been and reimagining where we want to go. The goal is Christ, to be with him. He's not just the center of the story of the Passion. The Lord is the center of history. He's the center and focus and destination of our lives. And so when we engage how other people have made that journey, we can find ourselves more confident in making our own journey, especially our Lenten pilgrimage, knowing that that's going to lead us to him.
Well, I'm grateful that you've taken the time to put this together, and I know that everything is going to be ready to go for us to walk into this Lenten journey and pilgrimage with you. Thank you so much.